Welcome back, folks. This here is Tennessee Tim. I am here just to tell you this is another video of our Create Season 1 where we're talking about we're building a Tim Talk. So Tim Talk is the app we've been building. Our last video we actually created ourselves a pet fashion finder and we were inside the tool. So today we're not going to be spending no time in the tool. That's okay. But we have a couple bit of let's say housekeeping things to keep in mind. Last I mentioned in the YouTubes for those and I think on the LinkedIn's as well. I said if you give yourself, donate $1, I'll drop your name. And even more so, if you donate $2, I'll drop you a happy birthday, even if it's not your birthday. And so I am a man of my word. And so folks who gave me some money, and I think, God bless you, you're wonderful people there. I got to see your name. I'm going to wish you a happy birthday. So first person I want to drop here is Mr. Jeffrey Warren. And I think we'll just call him Jeff. Okay, so Jeff Warren, first off, thank you for donating to the stream and for being a part of this here show and just being awesome. And also because you gave enough money, I'm going to say this: happy birthday, and you are part of internet history. That's right, be a part of internet history. Maybe give you a little bit also happy Easter and all that other good stuff coming on, brother. All right, let's see here. And then we have another wonderful person we got to give just a little credit to. I say he's a Dr. Christopher Morris. That's right, and he gave a lot of money. This guy, he's making some, I'd say, irresponsible financial decisions. But you know what? And because he's got 2 kiddos he's talking about too here. So, but nonetheless, hey, God bless you. You're a wonderful man. I'll tell you right now, Dr. Christopher Morris, first off, thank you so much, and happy birthday. And we all want to give a happy birthday. You got a couple of happy birthdays for your little ones. Emily, age 3, happy birthday, sweetheart. All right, and then we have Henry. Happy birthday, Henry. Happy birthday so much. I hope you all are doing well. Even if it's not your birthday today, maybe your daddy could just take this clip and go, hey, Tennessee Tim says happy birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, now let's get back to it. All right, thank you so much for those donations. For all of y'all who give $1 during the stream, I'll drop your name, and $2, I'll wish you a happy birthday. That's right, it's just real simple like that. That keeps Tennessee Tim alive, pays for my ramen or my peanut butter, or whatever the things that I like to eat. Simple stuff, I'm a simple man. All right, so we're talking about Tim Talk. Now, what is Tim Talk? What is this crazy app? Well, I haven't been thinking about it for a while. How do I describe something that is largely insane? Well, let me tell you, let me get down to the problem. The problem right here is everybody on the internet, it's a way of talking to each other. We all start talking back and forth. I'm just going to explain to you what this app does and what this app is going to change. Okay, a lot of the internet, I'm just scribbling. So a lot of the internet is full of all that kind of nasty stuff. And because it's got nasty stuff in it, it's not safe. It's not safe. No, it ain't safe. A lot of the internet is full of curses. It's first bad stuff, just negativity, and all that negativity, and that's what it's making us feel blue, feel sad. But I think that's a problem here, because we all do love and enjoy our internets. We go online, we go into YouTubes, and we just want to have fun. So what my app does is it takes in all that nasty stuff. See, let's just pretend like my scribbles make sense. And it comes in this little arrow right here. This is all the text and let's say the voice stuff. So maybe voices and the sounds. That's right there. The whole goal is it's going to take all that stuff and it's going to put it through a wonderful machine. And this machine right here is your Tim machine. That's Tim machine, not a time machine, a Tim machine. And it's going to spit out wonderful words that everybody here is going to love. And that might not be my love. I mean, you all are going to go say, hey, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Now, I think I'd rather say that. Now, what's it going to do? It's going to take curses. It's going to take your curses. It's going to take your foul language. And I don't mean, I'm not talking about you and talking about birds. I'm talking about language. It's going to church up your language, right? This is going to be pastor approved. Okay, I can't have trouble spelling right now. It's going to be pastor approved. It's going to be priest approved. It's going to be all your little spiritual leaders going to say, hey, that's a nice app. That's an app that's going to make things a little better. But you know what? It's not enough just to church things. Okay, we don't just want to church them. Okay, if you just church things up all the time, everybody's going to think, oh, this is just a boring old churchy app. Well, it's not just a churchy app. It's actually going to be a lot more of that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And to be fun, I always think of a Ferris wheel when I think fun. And that's the worst Ferris wheel I've ever drawn. It actually kind of looks like a peppermint. But nonetheless, don't worry about that. Don't worry about my scribbles. And even if you may not be able to see what my scribbles are. So, taking your curses, no more curses. Taking your foul language, no more foul language. And it takes all those little kind of silly things and emojis that people like to cram in there. And I do some of the dumbest emojis. My emojis are weird stuff. I like the dancing lady. She's the one I always like to use. My dancing lady emoji. She has her little hand in the air. She's doing a little doo-da-da, dee-ba-da, doo-ba-da. She's always dancing. She's moving like this. To me, I feel like a dancing lady. Kind of like, to me, I think like a Whitney Houston in The Bodyguard. I'm just dancing there. When I'm, want to be loved by somebody. Whoop, doop, doop. All right, now that's just a little real rough idea. But we're gonna get to another page. So we're gonna go talk about another page. We're gonna be talking about. Let's make another one. I'm using this weird app called Paper, which yep. I don't want to do a review right now. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit more about what makes Tim Talk work into Tim Talk work. Oh shoot. This is gonna be messy. You get ready for it. Okay, so here we got ourselves a messenger app, and we're gonna be making it as an iOS. Now, why are we going iOS? I'm just telling you why my brain works. We're going iOS because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna write this word down so y'all understand. You understand real well. I gotta make it real bold. Okay, I like Apple. Okay, I do. I like Apple, but I'll tell you, I like Apple for probably reasons that none of y'all are thinking about. Because Apple, that big company, that big computer company named after a fruit that nobody really likes to eat. Well, I don't like to eat. My kids love eating apples. I don't care about apples. But to me, apple is just an excuse for a peanut butter. But here we go. This is a one word that I always think about Apple. They are the biggest Karen on the planet. That's right. You don't want to agree with me? That's fine. You don't have to. Apple's a bunch of Karens. Okay? A bunch of Karens. And you want to know why I think they're a bunch of Karens? Because if your app is crap, they're going to reject it. And that's something I've been thinking about. How can I build it once and make sure it's good? Well, it's simple. I'll make it for iOS. If I make it for iOS and it gets through, if it's gotten through the sensors, through the iOS sensors, then I feel okay, it's been approved. And they're going to be like, all right, well then that's fine. Let's see if let's try this. I'm trying some fun little doody-dots. Okay, so if it can get through iOS, I'm just scribbling here. This is just nonsense here. Don't even worry about this. Don't pay no attention to my red scribbles in the background. Now, so what I'm just trying to tell you right now is that that's why we're going Apple first. We're going Apple first because they're a bunch of Karens. And I think that going that route allows us to create some stuff that if it's iffy, they'll tell us right out the gate. And that's what we want. We want Apple to tell us right out the gate, Apple, are you going to reject us or are you going to accept us? And if they reject us, then poop. That stinks. That's okay. But if they accept us, then that means that we can go and we can put it on the other place. We can put it on the Googles. We can put it on the Androids for those who like the Androids. We can put it on what's that, Windows Store? Yeah, that's a Windows Store or something like that. We can put it on all the other places, and that's really why the point is, because Apple has been around the longest, and when it comes to this market, they invented it, and they are the Karens. That is why we're going to iOS first. I gotta make another piece of paper, because this is just a bunch of chicken scratch. And that thing pooped on me. What's going on? Let's get back into you, paper. And don't worry about it. Things like this, people try to make their videos all polished, and I think that is a mistake. Because if you make it all polished, then everybody don't think life's a polish. And that actually is a little bit of tangent I got right now. I want to tell you a bit my tangent. My tangent is about sitcoms. I love sitcoms. I do. But there's a problem with sitcoms, especially like one of my favorite shows is called Big Bang Theory. And Big Bang Theory is it's funny. It's real funny. It's one of those shows you watch and you're like, oh, that's funny. But sometimes I have this trouble with it. Because the trouble I have is they resolve most of their problems in about 20 minutes. Okay? And if you try to resolve all your problems in about 20 minutes, and then after a while you start watching a lot of TV shows and you say, wait a second, these problems take a whole lot more. They take a lifetime and they're not even resolved. I got all these problems and they can't get anywhere. So that's some of the problem with sitcoms. I'm just telling you right now, thinking out loud, letting you know, wow, this is Tennessee Tim's thoughts. Unfiltered, and I'm sorry. Well, not really sorry. I'm just telling you because that's the way it is. Okay, now where was I? I was talking about something. Ooh, I was talking about iOS. Okay, yeah, so this is our first start. Step one, we're going to be like step one. We're talking about step one. Step one. We figured out our problem. Our problem is the internet is filthy. The internet is filthy. Internet. Oh, shoot, I can't spell again. So let's do it again. There's the internet. Huh, what did I do? Okay, I'm not even having trouble with my tools. Forget this. I'm going to cross it out. Right. Okay. The internet is filthy. Internet is filthy. Chat is filthy. Okay, and all that stuff is, stuff comes in your eyes. Be careful of little eyes. You remember in Sunday school? Be careful little eyes what you see, and be careful little ears what you hear. That's right. That stuff comes through, and then people feel low about themselves, and we all feeling low. Chat comes in, you feel low. Sound comes in, you feel low. You feel low. You end up getting addicted to all sorts of things, like feeling like you need likes to make your life worth living. But that's not true. That's not how you find value in your life. You find value because of how you were made. Okay. All right. Now, let me tell you right now. We're going to get through it. We're going to get right through this. I'm going to show you something else. So if the internet is filthy, but everybody is addicted to it, so you can't really get people off the internet, it's basically something that ain't going to change. We got to get to step 2. How do we get to step 2? Step 2 is this, my friends. We are going to come in here, show you what step 2 is. Step 2 is the Tim Talk. And the Tim Talk is going to clean things up for you. And it's going to make it fun. It's going to make it fun. It's going to make it real fun again. It's actually going to make something where it's safe. It's safe. Because that's the biggest problem. There's a lot of bad people out there. A lot of bad actors who, step 2 is we're going to have, that is a problem. Step 2 is our solution. Okay? I should probably put it as problem solution. There is a problem. There is a problem. We'll just put prob. And there's a solution. And the solution is a filter. And we're just going to call it a filter. Let's see here. Filter. Right? The filter. Now, a filter is going to be taking all that negativity and going to make it positive. Make people happy. How can we make people happy without actually taking away something they are addicted to? Well, that's why we make it good. All right? If somebody said, let's take ourselves an old cheeseburger and make that cheeseburger good for you, what could you do? Well, I think it's very hard, because the first thing you'd probably say is, maybe eat less cheeseburgers. But the other thing you might want to say is, what if we made that cheeseburger out of better meat and better cheese and better bread, and maybe had a little bit of heart for what's going on with the cow and how they're giving up their lives for you to have a little bit of snack? Be a little more responsible. So that's really something I want to get after, is that we want to take away something. Don't take away people's freedom, because you take away their freedom, they won't want to do it. So we'll find a way of filtering it. That filter that makes people happy. And so that's where our problem and our solution. And here is I like to say it's called a call to action. Right here. A little call to action. Oh yeah, let's get to it. I'm going to show you how this works, because right now we've been talking real smart about all this. We've been sounding real smart because we're using the words like CTA and solution and problems. So we're starting. Probably maybe you feel like we're important. Well, I think we are. I think everybody's important in a certain way. So let's get to it. Step 3 is C, a T, and A as a call to action. So how do we do this? Well, we're going to enter Tim Talk. And this is what Tim Talk is going to do. So Tim Talk, oops, I got to get back to it. Okay, Tim Talk is your filter. And it makes it fun. It makes it no longer it's just a sermon. It's no longer just cleaning it up. It's actually going to make it laughing. We want to get people laughing. And you know what? My grandma, God bless her, Grandma Carmen, she was from West Virginia, and that woman had a way of just saying the funniest things. She had the funniest things, because there are some negative, mean things you can say. And I'm going to put the word right here. Here's a word that you can say. A lot of people say this word, idiot. Okay? As you hear the word idiot, well, sometimes I'm a total idiot. But you know what she used to say? My Grandma Carmen used to say, she wouldn't say idiot. She'd say, touched in the head. And that's something she used to say, touched in the head. Now, that's a sweet way of saying you ain't so bright, and maybe your elevator don't go to the top. Now, there are fun ways to say maybe truthful things without being so bitey, and that's the whole point. It's really, I'm just channeling my southern grandma, who's in heaven right now with Jesus, who's going to say, this app right here will make it fun, make life a little fun, a little cleaner. And even though it might be silly, it's also something else. It's going to take some of the craziness that you have going on. Now, I just told you what I would say is how this app is going to change things. It's really, really going to change things. And now, we're going to get into the spaghetti. We're going to get right into the spaghetti. I showed you how that problem, the solution, and the call to action, and how this app is going to solve it. Okay, I can tell you all about it. We already know the internet's dirty. We already know that if you do a filter, that's going to be a wonderful thing, because that's really what you want to do. But you don't want to take away people's freedom. You want people to give people the freedom to be funny. Okay, you don't want to be freedom to be a bunch of Karens. Okay, that's where Apple's good for being Karens, by keeping out some of the trash and also helping people to be a little bit better. But sometimes Karens don't help people be better. Just make people frustrated. So And I'm going to show you the spaghetti. Here's the spaghetti. Hey, this is what I use. I use this app called Trello. Trello is it's an app. It's a cool app. It's got a lot of fun stuff, and I put a lot of the big ideas and dumb ideas, anything I hear, I come and type it. Now, I don't have my keyboard next to me. I'm actually recording this on my iPad. That's why we're not going to be showing the Create tool today. Now, we're about done, almost done wrapping this up, because I think that I've said enough for today, but I put up all crazy stuff. I set the temp. Let's say, what is it? Where is it? Insane ideas and to do. When you're putting out your ideas, you got to have a way to somewhere capturing it, because that crazy, it might be gold. That crazy might have something to it. And so that's where I like to put some stuff. Some of my ideas here is making it a comedy app. Filters and translates words and cusses into silly southern euphemisms. Filters and translates inappropriate emojis, because you know what, folks? There is emojis that are not used the way they should be. They may not be fruits and vegetables, okay? And a gift shop. Actually, I was thinking about it might be a way that for folks to go in there and make up their own little stickers. I don't know. I love good stickers. That might be not an MVP, which means a minimum viable product. It might be something we use a little later. And where is it? Well, we haven't put it down anywhere. We're going to be putting it on the Create. I got a couple insane ideas right here. The couple insane ideas are going to be like a guest login for everybody, NFT login for select users. I know I'm on the fence about NFTs. I think they still have a purpose. Some people think they're just rugging, and I think, well, maybe they just haven't been used right. I think they've been misunderstood. I think that was the thing. I think one of these days, kids are going to be using their NFTs to log into class. But who knows? Okay. And then I'm going to be making myself a wait list to use the app. First 150 users free. Maybe they act as guests. I don't know, because honestly, I'm not sure how spendy this app is going to be. And I'm trying to do it on the cheap, because I don't really know how many people are going to use this app. And I have no idea how expensive this is going to be, especially if you're thinking about cell phone charges and people wanting to talk to me. So, free to users and all YouTube members. That's something right here. For if y'all don't know, I have a YouTube channel, and this is this is probably going to be on my YouTube, but so nonetheless, I have members, and my members are generous, and they're giving me money, and that money takes care of my bills, and that goes straight to you. So if you're already a YouTube channel member, you're going to get this app for free, always for free, and I mean always for free. Even if it comes out free, there's going to be other things within the app that's going to be coming to you. Now, the other thing is I'm thinking about outreach, and I got to put a bunch of stuff, but basically, this app here, this Trello app, has got lots of fun stuff, real smart, kind of like, putting things together. Oops, I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, shoot. But anyways, that does the trick. That's the app. I like it. I like Trello, and I like using paper to draw them out. So now you've seen my process. Now, coming next video, we're going to begin dig into the tool. We're going to probably just go straight in, and we're going to build out some of the harder stuff. And I'm going to show you some stuff that really that may not taught you in school. And, well, I don't know if they're taught you in school, because it's just coming up. So, anyways, thank you so much for being a part of this time together on this stream. My name is Tennessee Tim, and I love you.